Volume conversions. If you struggle with volume conversions in the past, this is a good review for you, and I hope this helps. So, 1 teaspoon, the little spoon that you have at home, is 5 milliliters. If you take 3 of those little teaspoons, you make 1 tablespoon. So 1 teaspoon is 5 milliliters. If I do that times 3, then it's 15 milliliters. So 1 tablespoon is 3 times one of the teaspoons. So I get 3 teaspoons to make 1 tablespoon. So 5 milliliters is the teaspoon, 15 milliliters is the 3 teaspoons. That gives me 1 tablespoon. Next, I have an ounce, a fluid ounce. A fluid ounce is 30 milliliters. This is equals to 6 teaspoons. Okay, so 2 tablespoons will give me 1 fluid ounce, but 6 teaspoons will also give me 1 fluid ounce. 30 milliliters is also the same equivalent of 1 fluid ounce. 1 pint. If you have a pint, you have 480 milliliters. If you have 1 pint, you have 16 ounces. 1 quart is equals to 960 milliliters. This 960 milliliters is twice the amount of the pint. So that tells me that 1 quart is equals to 2 pints. And if 1 pint is equals to 16 ounces, then 2 pints is equals to 32 ounces. So 1 quart is equals to 960 milliliters. It's also equals to 2 pints, and it's also equals to 32 ounces. 1 gallon in milliliters is 3,785 milliliters. 1 gallon is also 4 quarts. So 1 quart is 960 milliliters. So if you do 960 milliliters times 4, you should have this number. 1 gallon being 4 quarts means that we have 8 pints, because 2 pints is 1 quart. So 1 gallon is 4 quarts, 1 gallon is 8 pints, and 1 gallon is 128 ounces. If you do 32 ounces, which is 1 quart, and you multiply 32 ounces times 4 quarts, you get 128 ounces. 128 ounces is 1 gallon. 32 ounces is 1 quart. 16 ounces is 1 pint. 8 ounces is 1 cup. If 1 ounce is 30 milliliters, 30 times 8 ounces gives us 240 milliliters. These are the basic volume conversions that you're going to need. Doing another volume conversion exercise problem. If you're struggling with these, please follow my series. I'm breaking them down one by one. How many ounces are in 6 pints? The doctor tells you, I'm prescribing 6 pints. I want you to write that in ounces. How do you get there? We'll have to use our conversion factors, okay? We know that 1 pint is equals to 16 ounces. We want to know 6 pints equals to how many ounces? So you could do it in 2 ways. Let me show you. The first method, which is really easiest for me, is the dimensional analysis. Okay, what units are you trying to convert into? You're trying to convert into ounces. Okay, so we want to know how many pints is equal into an ounce. Okay, first, let me show you a very direct way to do this. If you don't want to deal with multiple steps, right? 1 pint is equals to 16 ounce. 6 pints means that I did 6 times 1 to get 6. So 6 times 16 will give me the amount of pints. So 6 times 16. This will give me 96. So I have here 96 ounces. How many ounces are in 6 pints? 96 ounces. Now I'm going to show you the dimensional analysis method. I'm trying to find ounces. So I would have ounces on the other side. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have 6 pints, which is the one that we are currently trying to figure out on this side. Okay. And then I will do the multiplication, and then I'll have this like that. Since pints is up here, I'm going to need to have pints at the bottom here. We've already done this one, so we're working on this one. The 1 pint will go at the bottom, and the 16 ounce will go at the top. This is cross multiplying. If you want to, you can add it like this, because some people need to see it to understand what's going on. We'll do here X ounces. If you need to see it visually, but technically if I erase this, we're writing the same thing. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to cancel pints and cancel pints. We're left with X ounces, so we cannot cancel the ounces yet. We're going to leave them as is. So we know that our answer will come out in ounces. Okay. So now I have, if you're doing direct cross multiplying, you're now multiplying across the board. This would be 16 times 6 at the top, and at the bottom I have 1 times 0, or 1 times x, which is just 1. 16 times 6 here is 96. If you divide it by 1, you still have 96 ounces. 2 methods, same answer. If you're asked to convert 2 pints to tablespoons, so let's say the doctor says, I'm going to give you 2 pints, and I want you to give tell me how many tablespoons are in those pints so that I know how many days this is going to last. This is how you're going to break it down. First, you're going to use your volume conversions. I have a video about that, and I broke down conversions in a really easy and detailed way. If you haven't saw that video, go find it. It's definitely going to be the basis foundation for this. So I know in my conversion factors that 1 pint is equals to 480 milliliters. I know that. We're trying to get to tablespoons, so we have to break it down as we go. It's easier to break it down this way. 1 pint is equals to 480 milliliters. This is what I know, right? That's the conversion factor. What's another conversion factor that can help me is converting milliliters to tablespoons. 1 tablespoon, let's use a big T, is equals to 15 milliliters. Those are our 2 conversion factors that we need to know in order to be able to solve this easily. Okay, so 1 pint is equals to 480 milliliters. 1 tablespoon is equals to 15 milliliters. We need to find 2 pints, right? It says in the problem, convert 2 pints. So first thing I'm going to do, first let's put this in a box. This is our conversion thing. I know that I have 2 pints, right? This means that 480 is going to be multiplied by 2. So 480 times 2 is equals to 960. 960 milliliters is equals to 2 pints. Now, I want to convert 1 tablespoon equals to 15 milliliters and use 960 milliliters to know how many tablespoons are going to be total in 2 pints. I'm going to break it down into maybe 2 ways of doing it. Here's your conversion. 1 tablespoon equals to 15 milliliters. I think this is called the dimensional analysis method. Let's do it. We want 960 milliliters to be here. Okay, then we'll multiply. So at the bottom, I need to have a milliliters as well so that it can cross cancel with this. So I will put my 15 milliliters here. 15 milliliters is equals to 1 tablespoon. Okay, I'll get a different color so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to cancel the milliliters and the milliliters, and I'm left with only tablespoons. So I bring it here, and I will write tablespoon first. Then we'll go do the math, okay? Then I have 960 1 times 960 is 960 divided by 15. So let's do 960 divided by 15. Okay, and if you do 960 divided by 15, you get 64. So 960 is equals, this is going to become 64. So this gives me 64 tablespoons. So there are, how many tablespoons are there in 2 pints of the medication? They're going to be 64 tablespoons in 2 pints. Let's do 2 more examples in the next video.